Good afternoon, good night, good morning, whatever it is. Daytime. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of not only the 442 family podcast episode, shows, segments, and stuff, but I've been doing these little segments called Anatomy of a Goal. And today we are going to be breaking down the first goal for Sam Junqua, his first career goal, his first goal as a professional soccer player in a top flight division. I don't think he scored any at RGV. I don't know. I would have to check. But this is his first game, his first goal with the Dynamo. So first of all, congratulations to Sam Junqua. And let's get to it. Let's go ahead and break down this goal, break down this video, and let's see what we can get out of it. It's actually, before we start on it, let me preface this. It might seem a little bit ordinary of a goal, but in reality, it's very, a little, not intricate per se, but there was some thought into this goal, believe it or not. So with not much further, whatever that saying goes, further ado, let's hit the video and let's watch it and let's break it down a little bit. So here we go.
Smart play, just knocks that one out.
So here it goes.
And this one is
all right.
not at home.
As you can see, it was very, very quick. So we're gonna go ahead and stop it. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do this real quick. So we're gonna stop it. Actually, let's go ahead and let it play.
Sam Junqua.
Go ahead and let it play.
And it's 2-1, and it's game
Let's look at
on
this replay. So as you can see, the corner kick came from.
Making just his third appearance.
Let's stop it right now. So the goal came, or not the goal, but the corner kick came from the side, obviously, because it was a corner kick. It was from Darwin Quinteros. And let's go look at the position of Sam Junqua. So let's look at this replay, see if we can come back a little bit. So look at the replay right here. You see it on your screen. Sam Junqua wearing number 29. And he is right there next to Figueroa. As you can see right here, actually talking to Edson from down in the valley, also Zona Naranja, and what else does he do? He's also part of the Pio trio. Shout out to those guys and to Edson. We were talking about Sam Junqua that day of the match. And actually, we were talking about how Sam Junqua is actually turns out that he's a really, really technical player when it comes to playing soccer. Like, he likes to analyze things. I haven't talked to him myself, but to what I've heard from Edson is that he tends to like really be a technical player. He likes those things when it comes to strategies and stuff like this. And when you see this, and also listening to the post-game interview that Sam gave to the media, you actually hear him say that he knew that SKC they mark, when it came to set pieces, they didn't mark men to men. I think the only one that at this point in time is only being marked men to men are Christian Ramirez, if I'm not mistaken, in the middle, and then Kiki Struna on the left, which happen to be like two of our tallest guys, and they're also closer to the six. But then if you look at the box right now, you're looking at SKC player in the first post. You're looking at another SKC player. You see four different guys on that line of the six. So you have the one in the kind of in between Kiki and Christian Ramirez, that he's kind of has the first. He's the first guy on that line, and then you have the two center backs. And then the left back would be on the, like over here in the back, right? So as you can see, they're marking by zones. They're not marking by player. So whenever Sam comes in right now, see kind of slowly, he's gonna run into like the perfect position. And if you see the ball's already like almost there at the position that he's kind of running into. And that also kind of gives you the idea, or not the idea, but it also tells you how much he's kind of timing the run. He's just not running to run. to where the ball might be, or he's actually waiting for it. He's actually waiting to see where the ball is going to be dropped, and he runs strategically in between those two center backs. So we're gonna let it play a little bit, and then you see him, he jumps right there in between those two guys, and look at the ball. The ball is literally right on top of his head, and obviously when you do the spring real quick, it's right there, right? So then he jumps,
just sneaks in
and then he
right
scores.
Between Kyrie Shelton and Vucic.
Bam. Actually, funny enough, I was looking at the ball in the background. But as you can see, let me see if I can run it back a little bit. Look at the ball coming right there, like in the corner. And then look at Sam Junqua kind of like jumping to it, right? And you can see he is right in between those two players. Perfect positioning, beating the goalie to it as well. And also, as you can see, the ball is going to pass the first defender and is going to be short for the second defender, but it's the perfect timing for Sam Junqua to run in and get in there between those two defenders. So let's play it, and then also the perfect way that he like turns his head. Look right there, that's perfect. Bam, he already gives a direction. First post, great finish. You would think that because it's a header, like it's going to be a header. But in reality, it's actually, a header is usually, if you're good, honestly, if you're good, you're going to position the ball wherever you want it to be positioned, right? But if you're going to be, if you're a terrible player, you're just going to hit the ball and it's going to go wherever. In this goal, you see Sam Junqua perfectly jumping up, hitting the ball, but actually positioning his head so the ball can go into a specific position where it goes to the first post of the goalie, therefore beating the first defender, beating the defender behind him, and also beating the goalie. So that was basically the breakdown. It was a quick breakdown, it was a quick goal. There wasn't a lot to it, but as you can see, there was some into it that actually played a part of Sam Junqua actually staying back, waiting for the ball, running towards the ball, jumping at the perfect time, beating the two defenders, acknowledging the fact that they're playing, zonal markings and knowing when to run and where to position himself for that ball and for him to get a goal. So this has been another quick little episode of Anatomy of a Goal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys see the other goals too. And shout out later.